like she was always worried about getting caught. I didn't know what her deal was, but I started to feel scared around her. I texted Lexi multiple times throughout those first few weeks, but she always stood by her friend. She said I was overreacting. But things just got creepier. I came home one afternoon to find Samantha standing in my room, sniffing my clothes. When she saw me, she acted like it was no big deal. I couldn't even speak. Things had gone way too far. I wordlessly backed out of the apartment and drove straight to Lexi's place. I needed to ask her why she'd ever recommend a psycho like Samantha. When I got there, the front door was half open. I looked inside and saw a policeman pacing around the living room. There were dried bloodstains throughout the room with little number cards next to each one. This was a crime scene. Lexi was dead. I walked inside not thinking. The policeman stopped me at the door and told me to leave. "Please," I said. "My cousin lives here. I need to know what happened to her." The man said that Lexi was indeed the victim. She'd been dead for weeks, but no one had reported her missing because someone had taken her phone and pretended to be her. The only reason the police found her that day was because her neighbor had reported a smell. My knees buckled under me, and the policeman had to catch me before I collapsed. If she'd been dead for weeks, then that meant she wasn't the one who recommended Samantha. Samantha had recommended herself. She'd stolen Lexi's phone. And I guess that meant she'd killed Lexi, too. I told the police officer my suspicions, and he asked if I'd like to come down to the station to give my statement. He offered to take me in his car, but I said I'd rather drive separately. He agreed. I guess he could tell I wasn't a suspect. He went back inside to finish up his investigation, but I didn't leave. I waited along the edge of the house and called Samantha. Trying to sound casual, I told her that I was on my way to Lexi's house for a surprise visit. "Don't!" she said, but when I asked her why, she couldn't think of an excuse. Eventually she said, "Wait for me. I'd like to see her too." And then she hung up. 5 minutes later, she parked her car next to mine and approached me. "You didn't go inside yet, did you?" I glanced towards the window behind me. I could see the policeman just inside, but Samantha didn't. "Yes," I answered her. "She's been murdered." "What?" Samantha said with fake surprise. I looked her dead in the eyes and asked her if she was planning to kill me like she killed Lexi. She looked around, still not noticing the policeman behind the window. She leaned closer and whispered, "Of course."